In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at banking transactions. And banks or credit unions, they provide a safe place to keep your money. Plus, they offer a way that you can pay bills online or access online banking services. You can earn some interest, but it's often a very small amount, and I'll show that in a couple of examples. They charge fees for services such as withdrawing money, using a debit card, paying bills. Depositing money into your account usually isn't considered a transaction, so you're not paying for that because you're actually putting money in the bank. Transaction fees can vary by financial institution, the type of account, and how much money you have in your account. So I'll look at that in a few examples too. Now, a way you can access your money if you're going somewhere outside of banking hours is you can get it from an ATM or an automated teller machine. They provide quick and easy access to your money, but the consumer often pays some kind of a fee to use them. It could just be a transaction fee, but that transaction fee is higher if you're banking with one particular bank and you go to a different bank's ATM to access them. It can easily be, instead of maybe $1, it might be $2 or $3 to just for the transaction for your account. So let's take a look at a few examples here. So this is CIBC's, and I'm doing this in Canada, Ontario, Canada, so I'm going to use a couple of Canadian examples here. So if we go into bank accounts and checking accounts, take a look at checking first. So this CIBC Smart account, they for $4.95 a month, you get 12 transactions, and 12 transactions really isn't a month. I mean, if you did in a normal month, one every second day, that's still 15 or 16 transactions, so you're past the 12. It is capped, and then excuse me, and then you're paying so much per transaction above that. Now, if you go into the Learn More here, you can get a few more details. So it actually shows you, yeah, so it's up to 12 transactions for $4.95 a month. And then after that, you pay $1.25 for each one you've made until you get to 20. It is capped at $14.95, but past the 12, you're paying $1.25 for every one. And it would be more. See, it says non-CIBC banking machine withdrawals are an additional $1.50. So $1.25, $1.50 up to $2.75 per transaction if you're like going to an ATM at a different bank. But it is capped at $14.95 a month. So if you made a lot of transactions, you're not going to end up paying $30 or $40 or $50. Basic checking account, 12 transactions, $3.95 per month, and again, we can go into details to see more of that. There are this CIBC Premier one is you have unlimited transactions. There's no limit, but you are paying almost $30 a month, $28.95 a month. So if we go back, let's go into the savings accounts here. Now, there's no transaction fee with the savings account. Now, if we go into the Learn More here, we can take a look at some of the details here. So if you do a balance of $5,000 or more, you are earning an interest rate of 0.5%, which really isn't very high if you think of what you'd be paying for a credit card, which might be 20% or more. You do get like paperless record keeping, that's free, online transfers to other CIBC accounts free, account inquiries free, etc. But there can be some costs. So if you're sending an Interact e-transfer, it's $1.50 per transaction. If you're doing, if you want to write a check, and as a savings account, so it's not designed to write checks, so they're charging you $5 for each of the transactions here. So it's not like it's completely free, depending on what you're doing with it. And there are other options here too. Most of these, they are savings account, but they do offer a very small amount of interest. We take a look at the Bank of Montreal one. So checking, I've actually had the checking one here now, similar to the first one for the CIBC example. So this practical one, $4 monthly fee. You have to have, if you get to waive the fee, the $4 fee, if you have $2,000 or more all the time in a month in your account. You get 12 transactions per month, and you pay above that. We go into the Learn More. So there's the same fee as the CIBC, $1.25 per transaction once you get past the 12. Okay, so they're all going to be very similar. And there are lots of other options depending upon, see, this one allows 30 transactions per month, you're paying $10.95. This one's unlimited, you're paying, well, almost $15, $14.95, etc. So there are lots of different options. It depends on what you're doing with your account, your checking account, your savings account. It will depend on what kind of account is best for you and what kind of monthly fees you're paying. And that's the end of the tutorial.